140,000 parents, and they took this rich data and source of surveys as well, and disaggregated it into 4 specific areas that drive student performance. The first one was mindset. The second one was teacher engagement. The third was technology, and the fourth was elementary education. So we're not going to talk about all 4, I'm only going to talk about 2, because they really have to do with visual learning. So the results support that students' attitudes, beliefs influence their academic performance. I think that we can all buy into that. Professor Dweck from Stanford University has done a lot of research on the growth mindset, right? That students that are willing to move forward, challenge themselves, try harder, persevere. There's a famous TED talk about grit. Students that are really willing to buckle down and try hard. And what this McKinsey study found, that students with a growth mindset, particularly in high-performing Asian countries, Singapore being one, right, performed better. Their achievement was higher. Right? So growth mindset played a part. Now, growth mindset, again, has to do with perseverance on a task. It also has to do with children's attitude, being valued, being heard, right? When they're asked questions, what is your opinion? Why do you think this matters? That increases the child's self-esteem, right? Thus, it has an impact on their growth mindset. Secondly, students who received a blend of inquiry-based and teacher-directed instructions have better outcomes. Now, one would think there's been a whole lot of research right now on inquiry-based pedagogy. Let students try to figure it out on their own, right? Let them delve into their own test and test their own theories. But what the research is telling us is that too little of teacher-directed instruction and too much inquiry-based theory doesn't help. It doesn't help students. There's a sweet spot in there where it takes teacher-directed theories, teacher direction, and inquiry-based theory to this spot right over here. Most lessons are teacher-directed, and some have inquiry-based methods. Now, I want you to understand how this relates to Asia and how it in fact relates to Singapore. Right now, I know that achievement and scores on tests are very important. But what McKinsey and Company is saying, that if more lessons valued student input, that in fact, over time, students would make a 3.8% rise in their achievement. And that would be equal to about a half a year of school. So before we talk about how visual learning has an impact on students and how it may take away time in the classroom, we need to think about the impact that it will have overall.